Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about Jenkins authentication, okay, and authorizations. Okay, this is something which we have to discuss in this session. And now also we need to discuss about how to add worker in Jenkins. So that is a important topic. Then also we need to discuss about Jenkins backup and restore process. Okay, so that is also for the admin perspective is very important, and few more topics we'll see that. So Jenkins authentications means how to log in to Jenkins. That is something which you need to understand how to log in. So if I go to manage Jenkins here and here, and then you see configure global security. So, and here you see user. Okay, so these are the two things which you should see. Manage credentials means here during the any configuration of Jenkins, you might have configured add user password, token or certificate or some sort of authentication. So all is been stored here in a what do you say encrypted manner. So that is something which has been done. So here you see configure global security. So can we click on it, this one? And now if you see a little bit carefully, here you have authentication area, the same topic I'm discussing, how to log in. And here you have authorization area. This will discuss little later. So what are the options available for authentication? So now if you see that here multiple options. So here Jenkins own user database. Right now the selection which I have made it's a default, that is the one. That means Jenkins users are and password are stored in the own database. But if you remember that I never said like Jenkins is using database. So then in that case, where they are using, they're storing all this database. So please remember this statement: Jenkins, whatever the job you configure, it is not stored in the database but XML files. Okay, so let me show you here. So go to Jenkins. So I think cd var var lib. Let's check this because this changes in the every operating system. So look at this. This is the place you have all the files related to Jenkins. And if you noticed little carefully, everything you have in XML. Okay, so that means Jenkins is storing every data in XML. Now the question was where the all these users and authentication is being stored. Here it is. So if you go inside the users and you see that there's a user called Rajesh. This is the directory. Inside that there will be one file which will XML file config.xml. So everything is stored in a Jenkins XML file and the password will be stored in encrypted format. So don't have to worry about it. Okay, so here that's the first options. So that means database means XML file for Jenkins. Everything Jenkins stored in the XML file. Now if you want to connect with LDAP, then you can do that second option. And here you have to configure everything with the LDAP. I'm not selecting right now because I don't have LDAP server right now, but this is the one. And third option which you see is Unix user group database. So if you enable this one, so let's say you are running Jenkins at certain users, certain servers, right? This servers, if you see that here, more etc password here. So these are the users you have available in this file. So you can authenticate using this user and password also. That means Jenkins will be used with a system user and password. So that is something which hardly use it. I mean, I have never seen this. So LDAP or Jenkins own user database. Did you understand that, all of you? Any doubts how to log in? These are the options available with uh, Jenkins. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Now next option which we have is Jenkins authorization. So what is the authorization means? Authorization means let's say you logged in, but what you are allowed to do, what you are allowed to do after login or whatever it is, you are allowed to do. So this is something which we are discussing right now. So now if you go here under the authorizations, see some of the options are available and it's very easy to understand. So here first option which you see, anyone can do anything. I don't think so I have to explain it to you this one. It's like obvious, anyone who has logged in can do everything, simple. Now, or even though, because if you selected not logged in, none, then here anyone can do anything. Now here, second option, logged in user can do anything. That means anyone who has logged in can do anything. Here in this case, even though if you are not logged in, you can do anything. Okay. And here, logged in user can do anything. So these are the two options which is easy to understand. Now, right now, by default, it says logged in user can do anything. But this is not the way to implement the authorization, because that way everyone will have a every access. So how do we deal with it? So in order to deal with it, we have a matrix based security. If you see one more below, we have a project based matrix authorization strategy. So first understand the matrix based strategy. So in this case, what we do, we have a user and group. Okay, so user and group, which you user is the one which you can create it. So let me open up a new console, and here let me create a user. Where is that? Here it is. So let me create a user here. Right, there's only one user. So let's say let's create Ravi. Here Ravi 123 password. Ravi 123 password. Ravi. Okay. And here email address ravi@ravi.com and save it. Now if you see that this user got created, and now I want to show you this locations. See here. There's one Ravi directory got created here. This is a database you can consider. Anyways, so that's the one user I created. So here, if you want to enable the matrix based security, so there's one mistake most of you will make it. You will enable it and you won't add it and save it and then log out. Then you lose the access. That means because you have not added any access to this matrix table. So if you see the matrix based security here, you have overall. credentials, agent, delete, create, and all stuff like that. Job same way, create, read, update, delete, run, view, scm, and all. So let's say, let me add first myself, Rajesh, as admin. So here, if I see here, Rajesh got added, and I'm adding him access administrator. So rest of the thing got disabled because not important, and then apply. Okay, so that means Rajesh got access. Now I'm going to add Ravi. So first thing, here I should Ravi, enter, and I don't give access to Ravi, and then apply. Okay, so now what I will do, let me go and check here, incognito mode, and here you see Ravi 123, enter. So now you see that Ravi has logged in. You see that logout has come, but he has no access actually. Why? Because I have not given any access to Ravi. So now, based on your requirement to that user, based on your jobs, what access you want to give it, now you can specify whatever you want. You have to understand each and everything, and then apply, and then refresh. Then you will have a access. So here you have to give the workflow view access also, and so on, and apply. Just a second. Run agent credentials. Uh, Credentials view. Yeah. So here you got the read access only, and so on. Are you able to understand this? All of you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Now let's say you decide this way access, but you know what, this will work, this matrix based security. But this, whatever the access you have given Rajesh and Ravi, in fact Ravi I'm talking about, because Rajesh is admin here. So Ravi, he will get access to all the jobs actually, all the jobs which you have here, all the jobs here. So can we do something like this? Can we, let's say we have a multiple project. Just understand the scenario. You have multiple project in my companies, and I want to use one Jenkins, but there is one scenarios, and the scenario is I don't want to give access to everyone. Okay, that means every users will have all access irrespective of whether this is working on this product or not. So last time I showed you create a folder. So here if you can create a folder, this is a one project DevOps school, and create a folder. Okay, and save it. Now this is a, let's say, one organizations, and now create one more folder, Kotokas, and create a folder and click OK and save it. So now here you have a two organizations. So here Kotokas and DevOps school. So now Kotokas folder will have all the jobs of the Kotokas project, and DevOps school have all the jobs of DevOps project. And I don't want to give every users every access. So what to do in this case? What to do in this case? So in this case, what we are going to do, uh, we are going to enable this option which is called project base here matrix. So it will work in the same way, but you can select the access. Okay, see here. First, let me add myself, Rajesh. Okay, and admin, apply. So project based matrix here you will have at a global label access. Now save this access and go to the folder level. And folder level, let's say DevOps school. Let me first refresh it. See, Ravi's all the access has gone, and folder level there is one option which you can see it here, configure And here at the project level, can you look at that? Here you see project based security. So enable this one here and add Ravi, and whatever access you want to give it, you can give it, except admin you cannot give it. So all this thing you can select whatever you want it. And you know, I'll just go a little rough, not reading it but assigning access. Okay, so right now I given access to DevOps school and save it. Done. Now let me check this, refresh. Just a second, did I give one thing? We have to add it over there. Ravi is done, and one access I have to give there also, and global tool config, sorry, here I have to add Ravi view option, which is here, read, apply. And now refresh and see only DevOps school access. Kotokas is not available for him. Did you understand this, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the way you have to work with authentication and authorizations. Okay, this is the way. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to add worker in Jenkins. Okay, so I think last session someone asked this question, how to add worker, correct? So very simple way, understand the fundamental first. Okay, so in order to add worker, okay, here this is the Jenkins. We know that we have one worker by default. So this is the web and this is a worker, correct? Worker, node, agent, whatever you want to call it, it's up to you. This you interact with Jenkins web, and job you configure here and get the work done here. But let's say this worker is not capable to handle all the job request. So what to do in this case? So in this case you are going to add a more worker. This can be this can be your VM. Okay, this can be your container, this can be a pod, and it can be many things. It can be on AWS instance also. So many things can be done. So right now I'm showing you how to add a worker in the VM. More or less this process you'll have to replicate. So what happens, there is one jar file running in the each machines, no matter whether you add a VM or container or this one, what do you say, what is this, uh, uh, this is a cloud, I think AWS EC2 instance or something else, pod actually. So it one jar file which is running, and that jar file is making it this as a agent actually. Okay, so this guy will keep talking to this and get it done. So can we set up a one VM for that? So for this, you need a few fundamental information. One is IP address, one is username, one is password, and one is a directory where you will do the build activities. Okay, so let me get it. So here IP address, I'm going to get it. This I'm using to add a more worker. Username is Rajesh, no, Jenkins, and password is this one. And directory which I'm trying to create is somewhere. Go to the temp, and here mkdir Jenkins, and and cd Jenkins here, emp Jenkins. So here, yeah, this one. Yeah. So here, where is the node I can add it? So look for it. Here it is. See, manage user global configurations and all. You did it. Where is a node? Anyone? Here it is. See, manage nodes and cloud. So manage nodes and cloud. Here you have built-in nodes. This is the one which I was talking about earlier. This one. So I'm going to add a new node. Here it is, new node, and node is Linux, and it is a permanent node. Like create. Now you can go through all this thing, but not all this thing is important. Okay, not all this thing is important. So here, remote directory is temp Jenkins, and host name here. Credential I have to store it. So add Jenkins. So this is a username and password, right? Here you can add a keys and private key and token also. So here username is Jenkins and password is Jenkins123 and Jenkins add it, and here. Now this is a this boot footprinting verification. Just disable it. It's not needed. That's all. So these are the options you have to set. Use a host name, username and password, and the directory and all stuff like that, and done. And then save it. Now there is some problem, non-expected. Let me go to the notes. Oh, what happened? Mm, again, let me do that. Linux permanent node. Okay, I understood. This is owned by. Okay, the permission may be a problem. See in this one. So what I'll do, chmod. It's a wrong practice, but just for fixing right now, I'm doing this one. Okay. So uh, just a second. Root directory and host and password. I stored it already, and save it. Something is happening. Problem occurred while processing. Okay, so this error, because this is not clear why this is coming, and there's a different way. So I to see the logs and you know do the stuff. So I'm just restarting it just to save time. What went wrong? It's not clear. Okay, so Rajesh 123. What was the password? I forgot. No, sorry. Uh, Rajesh 123. I'm logging it to, and again I have to redo the same step. Okay, so node, add node, IP address Linux permanent node create, and this one, sorry, this one, and here host. Okay, host must be specified. Credentials, it is this one, and non-verifying, that's okay. I'm thinking this is using SSH, correct now? Yeah, so this should be correct. There's no problem in it, and hopefully this time save it. Oops. Okay, so this steps will remain same. There's a problem occurred while processing request. Logging ID, this one. Let me see that what exactly this logging ID is saying. Uh, so here you can go and check the logs also. I don't think so meaningful log, I mean, is there. At least we can try. This is a way, but some cases if Jenkins itself is not available, then you have a problem. Then you can get the logs through this one. This place you'll have a logs var lib Jenkins. This is the here. This is the place you get a logs and you have to read it. But right now because UI is available, so here I'm trying to see, and here say unhandled exceptions ID, and this all. I'm just trying to understand what was the error. So there's no clear cut. So it could be a code issues also. So I have used the latest one, so that could be the reason. Uh, but right now failed to instantiate class. Yeah, so it's a code issues actually. So now why this is failed to do that? So let me check the Java version here. Java version is this could be an issues. Let me check the prerequisite of Jenkins. So Jenkins download. I'm just checking that if any issues is there in that. So I use the latest one. So for that, which Java is required, I need to check. So let me see that. OpenJDK 11. So that is correct. Java issues, I was doubting, but it's not there. And so this is the issues here. And finally, caused fails to instantiate class, this one. So computer SSH connector. Okay, so basically code itself is not able to instantiate with the input what I'm giving. So it could be some bugs in the Jenkins, but this will not, you're not supposed to get it this one, because just we were adding nothing great. We were adding one node. So let me do one thing. Let me change the parameters. Probably it will work. I'm just guessing. Sometime it has worked. There's so many jugaad in Jenkins, which we have. So what I'll do is tmp ch mode hyphen, just I'm giving the all wrong permissions just to fix this. Okay, and let me try. So temp directory labels, use this one. Docker variant, no. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'm not going to use Docker variant of it. I'm going to use directly SSH. So probably this was the mistake here. Docker variant of launch agent via SSH.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.